All right, good day out there, my people in Nigeria. I quickly want to do this video to sensitize us about what is happening in Nigeria Immigration Service at the various airports and point of entry and exit that we have in the country. I want to personally share my experience on a trip that I had September this year out of Nigeria. And what happened was that normally you travel out, and before you are out of the airport, your passport must be stamped out. So you'll be stamped out, and when you land in the country that you are going, you should be stamped in from there. And also when you are leaving the country that you are going, you should be stamped out that you have left the country. And when you now arrive back to your country, you should be stamped back that okay, you are back to the country. And that's where I want to pick it from. All the going and leaving the other country happened smoothly, no issue, until I got back to Nigeria, Murtala Mohammed Airport immigration screening point. And there we all queued, and they were checking your passport to stamp that you are back and all of that. So when it was my turn, I stood before the immigration officer on duty at that night, and he smiled at me and collected my passport and checked every necessary information that he needed to check, and he did all that was necessary, supposedly necessary to do, and he handed over my passport back to me with a smile and told me, "Welcome to Nigeria, welcome to Lagos." So I collected my passport and I left. It was the next day that I got home and I was flipping through the pages of my passport, and I discovered that my passport was not stamped in. I was not stamped into the country. So for the record, I am not yet back. So why should that happen? Every other immigration agent in the country that I traveled to did their job. You were hired to do your job. You were collecting salary, getting paid from the federal government to do your job. Check necessary documents and stamp travelers into their country and all of that. But this guy didn't do that. So I got angry, and I drove to the airport to make a complaint. I was very angry, and I wanted to know what and why that should happen. So what happened was that when I got there, the people that saw me when I came into the airport, immigration office at the airport, Lagos International Airport, they told me that, "Oh boy, this matter that you are looking at, you can't win it. You just have to play by the rules." I said, "I don't believe that. Let me see the person in charge." And I went in, and by the time they called me to a corner and they told me that this is a backdating issue. They said backdating issue, that they have to backdate the stamp and all of that. So what's the problem? That you made a mistake. You confirm that it was a mistake. Then do the right thing. Whether you want to backdate or you want to front date or whatever, just do the right thing. Should that cause for a problem? And they were just dragging. They're just moving up and down. And at the end of the day, they came up and told me that I had to pay. That this can't be free. I was going to pay an amount to get the stamp on my passport. I was like, whoa, how does that happen? Where is that done? So after the whole drama, I discovered that I had to pay. They charged me 50K, but we were negotiating, and at the end of the day, we arrived at 20,000 naira. I'm telling you that I paid 20,000 naira before getting my passport stamped, before leaving immigration office, Lagos International Airport immigration office that day. It was even their general, their oga, that I spoke with, and he confirmed to me that it's not going to be free, that he will give to his boys to do it, and I paid that money. Now, the issue for me is, why should that happen? Why should that be? These guys were paid to do their job. But now I got to know that it is a way of making money for themselves. What happened was actually intentional. They did it intentionally so that people can come back to make complaint, and from there they charge you money. I realized that I was not the only person that they did that to. They do that at random. If you are not careful, you can fall a victim. Now, my advice to Nigerians is that make sure before you leave immigration desk at the airport, make sure you confirm your passport has been stamped before you leave. It's very important, because if you don't take note, and some of us who doesn't check our passports when we travel, we just travel, come back and drop our passports, and it is when we want to do another trip that we carry our passport and face the airport. You might be disappointed. You might be shocked to see that there have been something undone on your passport that will cause your trip. So check your passport every time. Check it every time. Before you leave their desk, make sure you confirm every necessary thing has been done. These guys are there to make money. To make money, they are not there to work. The job they were employed to do, they are not doing it again. So be careful next time you are embarking on that trip. I just want to sensitize Nigerians. I just want you to pay close attention to your passport, and whenever you are traveling, you should pay close attention. And to Nigerian government out there, or whoever is in charge of immigration headquarters, immigration office in Nigeria, you've got to take this up and do something. Those guys at the airport, they are not doing what they are hired to do, and that is a serious matter that needs to be looked at. Thank you so much. I just want to share my experience with you, and I see you again next time.